Hey, and welcome back to another episode of The Chef's Table. I'm Chef Evelyn, and I'm a culinary brand strategist that specializes in helping chefs live, cook, and work on their own terms by charging premium prices in their food business. And listen, today I want to talk about something that you need to avoid if you want to effectively charge premium prices, right? So I think in another video, and I don't know if you'll see that one before you see this one, I talk about not cooking for free, and I kind of go on a little bit of a rant, right? But then I thought about it. I was like, well, that's super important. I think what I'm going to share with you today is equally as important of something that you might want to avoid doing, which happens a lot. And I will say that I was guilty of doing it too at a time, and it really didn't do what I thought it was going to do, right? And I just kind of like, when I do these videos, I want to let you know that I'm usually speaking from experience. 99.99999% of the time, I'm speaking from the experience. And if I'm not speaking from my personal experience, then I am speaking from the experience of my clients, okay? Which means that real people have done or thought these things, and I thought if a few of us have done it or thought it, that there could be more people who have that. And so hopefully this video will help you right now. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Okay, I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. That means you were hungry for more. You wanted second, third, fourth dish. You wanted another serving of me serving up this piping hot business advice, okay? But I'm just joking. Listen, if you enjoy this video, it's in an entire playlist of several other videos that I think would be super beneficial to you in growing your food brand. So listen, raise your hand in the comments if you do this, and I want you to know that this is a judgment-free zone. Okay, I want you to know that we won't talk about you. Okay, I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay, I want you to know that, it's natural. People have done it before. People will still do it even after this video, right? But I will say that it's not the best thing for you or for your business, okay? So raise your hands in the comments below. Raise your hands if you go Google searching on the internet to figure out what other chefs are charging so you can figure out what to charge. Yep. What was that? Speaking to my good ear. Raise your hand. Listen, nobody knows. It's just me and you here, okay? Nobody knows. Nobody can see you. I can't even see you, right? Let me know if you, when you're trying to figure out how much to charge for something, you start looking at other chefs' websites and you look other people's prices, and you're like, oh, okay, well, if they're charging that for that, then I can probably I can charge this for this. Well, I don't know, but exactly, right? And the reason why I say that this is not a good practice is because you don't know how profitable they are, right? I don't care what they say. I don't care what it looks like on social media. You do not know what their tax return looks like at the end of the year, right? Okay, let me tell you, I knew of someone who was posting screenshots of their Shopify and of their, PayPal on social media, only to come to find out that those things have been falsified later, right? So unless you're getting a copy of their tax returns and knowing how much money they're making, you have no idea if their business is profitable or not. I don't care what it looks like. People could be swimming in debt. And I'm not saying that people are lying or misleading. I'm saying that that is not an effective way to figure out how to charge prices in your business. You also don't know what their overhead cost is. You also don't know what their food cost is, their labor cost, their marketing costs, right? You also don't know how many clients they're getting. You also don't know what other sources of income they have. You also don't know, like, are they getting clients at all? Because just because somebody has a website and an Instagram and they're posting pictures doesn't mean they're out here booked solid, okay? So, no judgment to you. I have been there, done that, and it was because I was lost. I didn't know, what to charge for my own services. Everything that I found was very ambiguous, and it wasn't until I decided I'm just going to set my prices. Like I'm going to, this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to build a brand that supports those prices. It wasn't until I did that I had I had no need to look at anybody else's prices, right? And so listen, I think, when it comes to charging premium prices, looking to see what other people charge is not an effective strategy. Now, if you are a brand that is competitive on price, okay, so not a high-end culinary brand, because high-end culinary brands are not competitive on price. We're high-end, okay? So we're already saying that we charge premium prices for what we do. If you are in a middle tier brand or a bargain brand, and when I say bargain brand, I never mean that as an insult. There are very profitable bargain brands in the world. You're absolutely trying to see what your competitors are charging. When you are a high-end culinary brand, you're thinking about, this is the brand experience that I create. This is the quality of my products and services. This is the full spectrum of what my clients and customers are going to get. This is my specific expertise. This is my professional experience, my education, my investments, all of these things wrapped into one. And that's what dictates my price, not what other people are charging. I always give examples where I talk about, doctors, or I talk about, different restaurants. But let me give you an example. Think about colleges, right? And how colleges, all of their curriculums have to be accredited, right? And you can get a degree in, engineering, mathematics, liberal arts, and you can pay bargain prices or you can pay high-end prices. And what's the difference, right? Harvard is definitely not out here advertising that they're a bargain school. No. What Harvard is leaning on is their reputation, the experience that their students have when they're there, the connections that they make, the quality of the instructors that they have, right? Like, their long-standing reputation, right? They are focusing their efforts on the experience of being a Harvard graduate, not on, it's not going to cost you that much, right? But then there are also colleges and universities who are all about, like, we're only X amount of dollars per credit hour, right? And listen, and that serves a demographic of people also. Two completely different demographics of people who are looking for two different things. Yes, both want a degree of some sort, but some want other things to go along with that, where some are like, I just need the degree, so like, just give me the degree, right? So when it comes to what we do, right, yes, people want to be fed, right? They can do it themselves. They can go to fast food, they can go to restaurants, whatever. But if you want a personalized experience, okay, then that's because they want these other things, right? And so looking at, what other chefs are doing, are charging, you don't know all the back end stuff. Let me tell you something. If I was to ever bring some of my clients on this channel, like, the back end stuff of what they're getting from me, like, these videos pale in comparison, right? There's so much stuff going on on the back end that you don't get to see unless you become a client, right? That somebody could be looking at, my business and go, okay, she's talking about premium prices. What is she charging for her consulting, right? I'm gonna charge the same thing, and they have no idea what the inner workings are over here, right? Because they can't see my tax returns. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep this video nice and short and sweet today. Yes, I did a video about not cooking for free. Listen, check that out in the playlist. Well, I don't know if this video is going to come first or after that one, but I did a video about that. Listen, it's spicy. Okay, I get a little heated. I might even raise my voice a little bit in that video. I couldn't help myself. Like, I'm very passionate about that. Also, stop looking at other people's websites and basing your pricing structure off of their pricing structure. Your business could be, even if it looks the same on the outside, it could be completely different on the inside. And you don't know if they're profitable or not. You don't know if they're happy with those prices or not. How do you know that they didn't do the same thing and went and looked off of somebody else's website? And how do we know if that person had a profitable business, right? And it's just very incongruent for a high-end culinary brand. So if you want to charge premium prices, if you want to have a high-end culinary brand, then you need to base it on the comprehensive brand experience that you have, your expertise, your experience, all of that, all the stuff that I go into in the High-End Culinary Brand Masterclass. I'll leave a link to that below if you're interested. But like, just stop. today. You know, it's like, just say no. Okay? Say it with me. Just say no. One more time. Just say no. No, don't do it. And it's got to be frustrating, because you'll see one website see this and one website say that, and then you're trying to average it out, and you're like, well, that doesn't really work for what I'm trying to do, and the numbers don't make sense. No, don't do it. Anyway, listen, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.